Hey guys, Night Cruiser MA here, and I'm in a weird thing, aren't I? This is a very strange thing that you just don't see me in very often. I am in a Polaris Slingshot. I don't know why I'm in a Polaris Slingshot. The best thing I can tell you is that essentially, because the dealer is pretty awesome, I was having work done on my, I'm having pipes put on my Roadmaster, and the dealer said, he goes, well, you know, if you're waiting around for that, you might as well take something out for a ride. I said, sure, I'll take something out. I was thinking like, hey, I'll try like a sport tourer or something like that. And he brings me to the Polaris Slingshot. This is an exceptionally unusual experience. And a lot more fun than I really thought it would be. I didn't know what to expect. I've always looked at this with a little bit of skepticism because I just don't, you know, I haven't been able to figure out the exact purpose for it. But it's a great summer vehicle, certainly. But, boy, it's been like 25 years since I've driven a stick, so might be a little bit rusty. And to be honest with you, this is definitely lighter and more powerful than the last stick I had, which was a 1980 Toyota Celica that I bought off my brother for $1, and I kind of got ripped off. But this is really interesting. I'm actually having a ball here. I mean, I just haven't even gotten into the throttle at all. This thing is powered by, I believe, a GM 4-cylinder engine. It's got 3 wheels, obviously. No roof. It's classified as a motorcycle. As you can see, there's no door or anything like that. It's really quite a vehicle. I was told to be aware of potholes and speed bumps. Now, especially speed bumps, because it is so low to the ground. But what I find interesting is the potholes are kind of fun because, well, not fun in the fun sense, but simply because you're used to having 2 wheels. I mean, you know, wheels on either side. This has 2 wheels in the front and 1 in the middle, in the back. So if you avoid a pothole in the front, you hit it in the back. it's kind of strange. But hey, the whole stick shift thing is coming back to me a bit. Wow, this is a very interesting thing. I've got this thing for about an hour. They were kind enough to do that, and I got a radio and stuff. You know, I mean, I can kind of give a little bit of a review. I'm still figuring out what the heck I'm doing, but it's kind of interesting here. It's very quick. Steering is nice. It doesn't even, well, let's see. I'm trying to figure out, I mean, I guess it has power steering. It does. It feels like it's a golf cart, essentially. But it's low to the ground. It feels very wide, even though it really isn't. Oh, hey, water, look at that. Oh yeah, this thing flies. Holy crap. That was a lot of fun. The seats are actually pretty comfortable. I'm sitting very upright. There might be a way to adjust that, I'm not sure. The suspension is taut, but it should be. It's it's meant to be kind of a fast, firm, sporty sort of thing. Wow, this is really something. What time is it? I have no clue what time it is. Ow. This thing is great. I've been poo-pooing this for a long time. Because it seems so superfluous and so silly. And yet, here I am, really kind of enjoying it. Wow. Boy, the driving of a stick just came right back to me. I mean, it was like no big deal at all. That's awesome. I mean, they're just, you know, they're very, very nice just to let me borrow this for an hour and just take it out. They informed me that burnouts are easy but not recommended. And I certainly can believe that. I could see where that would happen in no time at all. Oh yeah. Power to spare. My goodness. Wow. That's remarkable. What a strange feeling though. There's just one wheel in the back. And you don't really notice that there's not like a difference in sensation. At least I haven't taken corners fast enough to really notice it. No, I mean, it handles very well. It's actually pretty flat, given what it is. I mean, it's pretty comfortable, really. Am I giving any sort of review at all? Let's see, what can I talk about? The windshield it's there. My helmet is not being, there's no real buffeting or anything on the helmet. You have to wear a helmet when you drive this. This is classified as a motorcycle. It does not have the protection of a car. As you can see, there's, you know, the crumple zone on the side here is your knee. Man, this is getting fun. Or maybe it's just I haven't driven an actual standard in so long, but no, I think it's fun. Wow. Oh man, that's too bad. I was really kind of thinking like, oh, I'll never think about a slingshot. It just doesn't seem to appeal to me. I don't know what the deal is, but now that I'm driving it, it's, wow. Steering is actually pretty nice. It's kind of neutral. It's not overly direct, and yet it's certainly not fluffy or vague or anything. I'm certain that fluffy is not the correct term. Wow. This is so neat. I mean, you get the sense, you just know you're so low to the ground here. It's unbelievable. And yet, I guess here's one of the things that I often thought about the Slingshot, which is that I often wondered, so if I'm really low to the ground and yet I have one wheel in the back, how does that affect my handling? I mean, yeah, I've got great handling because I've got a low center of gravity. The front is fairly wide, but I've only got one wheel in the back. So I don't know exactly how that would work out, and I'm certainly not going to push this loaner, to the point where I'm about to find out what the limits of its handling are. But boy, it's just so different. What an experience. Wow. It's got a full tank of gas. I've got another 45 minutes or so in front of me. Let's see. I could talk about the radio, but I don't even want to hear the radio. I just want to hear the engine. Hear the wind, feel the wind. Obviously, you don't get wind like you do on a motorcycle, but, you get a little bit coming in. I would love for this car to just not be in my way anymore. I see, that's just so great. Thank you. Thank you for that. Oh yeah, wow. It takes corners at 35, officer. It takes corners like nothing. Wow. It has instant thrust whenever you need it. Even in fourth gear like I am right now, it does move along nicely. I want to say this is, and I'm probably wrong on this, so don't quote me, but I have a feeling it's something like a 2-liter 4-cylinder. Could be smaller, but I don't think so. Let's see here. What else do we have? Again, seat comfort is not bad. I am sitting, quite a bit upright compared to what I'm used to in my car. That's probably just a personal preference thing. What gear am I in? I think I'm in 4th. Let's try 3rd here. I was very nervous kind of pulling out because I really didn't know. I mean, it's just been so long since I've driven a standard that I just didn't know how I'd be in 1st gear. I tell you, everybody looks at you in this car. Everybody. So that has to be something that you don't mind. I don't mind the attention. I'm kind of an attention hog, so not a big veal big veal Parmesan, not a big deal for me, but if you don't like people staring at you, you're not going to like this vehicle. Wow. That is really something. What time did I say it was? I guess I didn't, did I? I'd have to look at my phone to figure out what time it is because my watch is not on me, not working. Wow. What else can I tell you about this experience? The view that you have of the road is really unlike any other vehicle that I've ever driven, certainly. I'm sure there are little sports cars out there that are comparable, but just to have this huge fender there and a huge fender there because you're sitting so low in the car, the wheels are, take up the majority of the height of the vehicle. It's pretty remarkable. And now I'm behind a horse trailer, really? Seems to have a decent ratio between gears. There's kind of some long throws here. Not bad. The steering wheel's kind of fun because it's so small. It's got some nice grips over here. You do feel vulnerable because you are kind of so low to the ground. Your only hope is that maybe you're being heard a bit because it does have a decent kind of sound to it. Some of that might just be the fact that there probably isn't a lot of engine, insulation around the engine, I should say. Even though you're low to the ground, you really do tend to go faster than you think you're going. I mean, you look down, you're going, oh my gosh, I'm doing 50 and I shouldn't be. So you slow it down. But I mean, and again, I go back to this whole notion, especially on a road as crappy as this. It is very, very hard to miss bumps on this thing because 2 wheels in the front, 1 in the back. One of them is bound to hit whatever bump you were trying to avoid. Okay, nobody cut in front of me. Boy, I just can't believe how much I miss driving a stick. And then this thing, which just has a lot of power. I mean, I'm in 4th gear. It's not going to throw me back in the seat in 4th gear, but it is definitely a nice bit of power there. I believe the steering wheel goes up and down. It probably should not while you're driving, but oh yeah, it does. What's more comfortable for me there? I don't know. Is that good? That's about where I had it. Okay. So this is a vehicle, I don't know what to call it, a car, a bike, a machine, a thing that is purely meant for driving enjoyment. I mean, the amenities are really not, you're not going to get air conditioning or anything. You're lucky to get a radio, but that's not the point of the vehicle. It occurs to me that I'm talking a lot, and you might just want to experience the vehicle with me a little bit. So I'm going to just be quiet for a few minutes. I wish I had a better sort of traffic arrangement here, that I could give you a little bit more of a feel for what I feel. But I'll just let you listen to the car for a while, or the vehicle, whatever this is. The Slingshot is what it is. People just waved at me for no apparent reason. This thing redlines at about, looks like 6,200 RPM.